Hello, hello. Let me know if my mic sounds loud enough, or if the game sounds too low. All right. So we're doing Need for Speed today? Yes. Bit different. I've been wanting to play a racing game for a little bit, so. Bring up the game of time in a bit. That's music. Speech volume. I'll bring it up a little bit. I guess it's actually at its max. You probably just don't hear it just yet because is that, I mean, that probably sounds loud enough, right? By the way, we're on my brother's save. He started a new save for me, so we're technically going through like a little bit of the story here and there. Sounds good. All right. We are on just the regular tires. I forgot that your brother used to use your account for these games. Yeah. 8 speed? Is that even worth? It would increase the high speed. Just yeah, it's a net positive. I would take it. Alright, so the only issue is I'm trying to figure out. He just has he has showcase suspensions on. It's good for drift off-road, race off-road. I'm gonna go with track suspension for this car. I'm gonna go with track tires. I kind of grinded a lot of money for these upgrades, so. Let's see. Got a nitrous refill. I will go with a repair kit. And we're gonna go for some reinforcement here. Yeah, we're gonna do a damage reduction. Cool. Now it's basically good as new. Oh, by the way, is the music good too? I had the music on as well, so. Can bring the music up a little bit. Alright, that should be good enough, hopefully. I will say Need for Speed Heat got the transmission whine, or sorry, the gearbox whine probably the best out of any of the modern Need for Speeds. Of course, like the best sound quality wise is definitely going to be Need for Speed Most Wanted, like 2005. But I personally think out of all the modern Need for Speeds, Heat got it the best. It's a good balance. Oopsies. Wasn't paying attention. I really, like, at some point when I get a better PC, I really want to enjoy this game in like a higher graphic quality. Really, I want to enjoy any one of these games, you know, Need for Speed, Cyberpunk, even Elden Ring. I want to enjoy them in, like, you know, a full, not even just 1080p, but like, you know, just full graphics, maxed them out, you know. I'm not looking forward to my late night class. Yeah, I know. I won't be streaming up until then anyway, so I'll probably be doing some journaling. I'm doing some more planning for my, you know, my new routine and shit. So graphics for this game do look nice too. How does it look actually? Does it? Oh, I guess it looks fine actually on stream. Oh, okay. I do kind of have it on like medium settings right now, so. But I'm actually surprised it looks pretty clean on here. I might have a coffee. I don't suggest it. I mean, unless you don't have anything else going on tomorrow, because you might be up for a little bit. I don't know. My general rule is, you know, don't have caffeine really past 12. That's my rule. Got a dental appointment and a call to make tomorrow. The afternoon/evening. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I personally, I just personally wouldn't. I would try to trudge through it, but if anything, like if you were gonna have a pick-me-up, probably sugar. I'd recommend. Usually if I get like tired during the night and I need to somewhat stay up, I would usually recommend having like some sort of like apple juice, orange juice, something with like somewhat natural sugars. Speaking of which, I actually do need to buy that. That and cranberry juice. Just been doing LSAT for the most of the day. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel for the first hour of my class. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. Has no juice right now. Yeah, I'm gonna probably in our next grocery trip, we'll have to go and buy some juice because I've actually been kind of I think I've been kind of needing it myself. Been needing to get like cranberry juice or something. Because quite literally, I've only been kind of working off of water with like the occasional energy drink, although I'm out of energy drinks now, so I haven't had an energy drink in a couple of days. I like apple juice. Yeah, apple juice is good. I just know that like the reason why I want to get cranberry juice is because there's like the health benefits or whatever associated with it. Looking for like high. This one might be good. Looking for like a high amount of money that it'll give me. Orange juice is also good. It's kind of refreshing. Plus vitamin C boost. Yeah, that's true. I usually like having orange juice in the morning as well. Oh, we'll see. I'll take a look, and we also need to figure out if we even have enough room in our fridge. That's another thing as well. We will? Okay. All right. Actually, speaking of like Need for Speed series as a whole, I don't believe we finished Most Wanted on stream, right? I know we finished Carbon on stream, but I don't believe we finished Most Wanted 2005. So we might go back to that game as well because I still have it installed, and I haven't touched it because I think I had an idea to like complete the story and stuff on stream. I forgot about this race being like... This race is just literally... It's just in like a circle. It gets... Like after a while you can kind of time the turns and it just becomes like autopilot. Cool. I low-key just want to like keep on racking up money. And then we can probably play some of the what is it? Some of the story, I guess. Progress to the story. Kind of forgot what the story was with this one. I mean, it was basically just like the police slash the local government was somewhat corrupt, so you ended up kind of racing to not only make a name for yourself, but also expose the PD's secrets and stuff like that. That was kind of the story. It was a cool concept. It's just what kind of sucked about it was the, I guess you could say the acting, as well as how shallow most of the scenes kind of played out, to be honest. I personally like the concept. I don't really know what the general consensus is for this game's story, but you know, it was nice that they kind of had a story at least. Because you know, there's a couple of Need for Speeds that just really didn't have a concept of a story whatsoever. It was kind of just a whole bunch of scenes put together, and voila, you had a quote-unquote story. But yeah, it was basically just exposing, you know, corruption in the police department. That was kind of it. I will say, you know, as much as I love the Need for Speed series, the one thing that I think anyone getting into Need for Speed, or even people who have played Need for Speed, I think the one thing we can all kind of agree on is the storytelling has never been its strong suit, which is unfortunate. Because I think, personally, like, it's still a good game series, you know, but I personally think if they really focused a little bit more on the story, you know, put a lot more effort, put a lot more budget into it, it definitely would have been probably one of the best game series of all time. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with the series. We haven't had a new game since 2022, and I believe the team that was originally working on, especially on the modern Need for Speeds, they have been working on the new Battlefield. So I don't think we're gonna get a new Need for Speed really anytime soon. Is my opinion, because Battlefield 6 is kind of where most of the resources are right now at EA. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, because I really like. I'm gonna be honest, and we might even play Unbound on stream, but I actually kind of liked Unbound a little bit. I liked how, you know, how much flair it had. It was different, that's for sure. Story was horrific. Yeah, the story was very. It was like, I understood what they were going, you know, what they were getting at and what they were trying to do, but it just did not play out in the way that I think they wanted it to. And to be honest with you, you know, the voice acting and whatnot was definitely C tier. Was not their best work. There was also like just no depth in the character, so. But everything else about it was pretty cool. I mean, I liked, of course, the graphics were different. I actually kind of liked the more animated look. I know that was a pretty controversial take / opinion back then. You know, there was a lot of people that actually kind of hated the whole animated look. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, it kind of went back to Need for Speed not really feeling like some sort of like hyper realistic game. Like, it kind of felt more arcadey. So I definitely, you know, and that's what I played Need for Speed 4 when I was a kid, you know, for the arcadey sort of look and feel. You know, I wasn't, if I wanted to go play a hyper realistic game, I'm just gonna go play a sim. You know, I'll hop on Racing Room or fucking Formula, you know, F1 2024. You know, like, if I'm gonna play something that's, you know, a lot more realistic. So I did like the whole, you know, artistic style. The cars were cool. To be honest with you, I feel like customization for Need for Speed has always been good. The only issue was that I kind of wish there was more cars, to be honest with you. I felt like it was very limited. That, or it was just basically a copy-paste of, you know, the last game, which was Heat. So, but yeah, Unbound was cool. And I do like the fact that they are continuously updating it, which is very nice, because Payback didn't have that. They basically let go of Payback 7 months after release. They were like, yeah, that's it. You know, they're not even gonna bother updating it. So Payback is a dead game now. Unbound looked cool though. It was definitely different. Yeah, it was different, and to be honest with you, it kind of showed that, hey, you know, they're not gonna be like fucking Activision Blizzard, where they just release the same fucking game over and over again. Like, they actually, you know, they took a different artistic approach. Okay, sure, maybe people didn't really like it, but it was something different. It showed that they still cared, you know what I mean? And didn't just copy paste the same sort of style and feel of the game, like compared to prior games. But again, like I said, I think going forward, I think the best way for Need for Speed to, in a way, kind of not really come back to its glory days, because I think that's, you know, 2020's hindsight. But I think the best way for Need for Speed to kind of come back into the mainstream is work on the story. That's what hooks people, you know? The car racing stuff, yeah, you know, it's fine, right? It can be cool at times, but I think for the most part, you know, you want... Oh, this is a drift. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, this is circuit race. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm not trying to do this. Oh wait, did it put me in a drift event because it was? Oh, I think it was just part. Yeah, no, I was about to say. I was like, I swear I did the event. Yeah, I think going forward though, on Need for Speed as a series has never had a strong story, so I think the best way to attract the mainstream attention is to work on the story. That is what's going to hook people, in my opinion. Because the car racing stuff can get boring at times, right? I'm not to say that it is, boring. I mean, I like the car racing part of it, and I think improving on the physics and improving on the feel of the car, yeah, it definitely needs more perfection. But I think if they really want to, get something going again and experience that mainstream attention, it's got to be the story. That is what's going to hook people, because there is, in my opinion, there is no game out there that is like Need for Speed. People can compare it to Forza Horizon, people can compare it to GT. I personally think that there is no other game like Need for Speed. GT does not really have a story. They never really even attempted it, to be honest. There's progression, but it's not really considered a story. And Forza, I want to be honest with you, Forza with its world building and stuff like that, yeah, the story is also kind of a joke, there really is no story. And on top of that, there's also issues with Forza and stuff like that. I mean, it can be arcadey, but at the same time, there's also times where it has a sort of identity crisis, and it feels more hyper-realistic, like a sim. So it's just one of those games, for me. Need for Speed. It's just one of those games that I feel like it's just very unique. Actually, funny enough, I don't even know if I don't know if you're interested. I don't know if I've ever explained the whole story, like how I even got into Need for Speed, because actually, one of the first games I ever played was Need for Speed. Actually, dare I say it, I think it is my first game that I ever played, unironically. Yeah, I remember. I played this game actually way before Mario Kart. What's the story? So I was like between the ages of 4, 5 years old, something like that. And my parents bought me a Wii, first generation Wii, right? Not the new like Wii U or whatever the fuck those things are. Like, it was the original like Wii, the white and blue looking thing, almost like a tower looking thing, right? So my parents bought my brother and I a Wii. We had Mario Kart and we had Need for Speed Carbon, actually. Funny enough. So the first game I ever played, the first disc that I ever put into that Wii was the Need for Speed Carbon disc. I actually played Mario Kart like after Need for Speed Carbon. Basically, Need for Speed Carbon on the Wii was kind of, it was interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, I definitely remember kind of raging every once in a while, but I think it was just because like I wasn't used to the wheel and all that stuff. Like I was definitely, I felt upset, and I remember multiple times as a kid I fell off during the Carbon Canyon races. I fell off the canyon so many times, and my mom would just be like, just take a break, come and eat dinner and stuff, and I would just like, I would constantly like play it to try to get better. I eventually beat a couple of the Carbon Canyon races, but I was like, I was a kid, so I didn't really have the hand-eye coordination like I do now. Yeah, I can even search it up. Yeah. Yeah, it looked very weird. But yeah, no, I did get the Wii version, the Wii port of the game. And I played with a wheel that was used for Mario Kart, but I used it for the game instead. So yeah, I mean I grew up. I remember the first car that I ever I played or chose in that game was the RX-8. So you know, even back then I was heavily into JDM, I guess, without even knowing what the hell JDM even was. Yeah, played that for a while. Of course, you know, I played the Need for Speed. Was it Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 for a little bit? I borrowed my friend's. God, what was it? Was it a PS2? I think it was a PS2 or something. And played a couple of Need for Speeds on there as well. Most of which I don't even remember. There's so many. I eventually played Underground at some point, Underground 2, I remember. And I forget which port it was on, to be honest with you, because, you know, as a kid, everything was kind of a blur. There's probably a picture of me playing Underground 2 somewhere in my parents' album, but yeah, I remember playing Underground 2 as well. And then after that, I eventually switched over to PC, and this was around when I was in elementary school. And the next Need for Speed that I ended up playing after Hot Pursuit, because we still have the Wii, but then we played Hot Pursuit on the Wii. So Hot Pursuit on the Wii was definitely different. It was not the same experience as you would. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. It was definitely not the same experience as you would get, you know, on any of the PlayStations. You know, many of the mainstream console ports, as it were. Played that with my brother. My brother and I really loved Hot Pursuit on the Wii. Actually, we found ways to actually glitch the game, so that was pretty cool. There was a certain tunnel in Need for Speed on the Wii where we were able to find a way to actually block the racers and then eventually bust all of them at the same time and whatnot. We glitched our cars so that we went under the map and stuff. It was, yeah, we were kids, you know, that's just how it was. And then after that, after Hot Pursuit on the Wii, we ended up switching over to PC. And when I say PC, it was my dad's laptop. I did not have my own PC until I was in high school. I'm not even kidding. I did not have my own PC until I was in high school. I always used my parents' either my dad's work laptop, and then eventually it was the iMac. I think that's what it's called, right? Or not the iMac, sorry, Mac Mini. The Mac Mini. So, and that was where I played a majority of my games. So, yeah, and then after that, went to Need for Speed World. That ended up shutting down. But played Need for Speed World for a fair bit. It was probably one of my most played computer games at the time, just behind Roblox, once I found out what that was. And then, yeah, and then after that, I kind of switched away from the Need for Speed series for a little bit. I had a friend that did own Need for Speed Shift. So I played Shift, and then Pro Street, I think, was another one as well. Played a little bit of, or sorry, not Pro Street. I'm thinking of the colors. The Shift 2. So Shift 1 and Shift 2. I played both shifts. I don't remember what I liked about it. To be honest, I was a kid back then. And then I switched away from the Need for Speed series for a little bit. Played GT 4, 5, and 7. Past that, and then I completely after that I completely switched away. Sorry, GT7 was like a way later. But what I'm saying is, yeah, those were the games that I played. So I played a lot of GT4, GT5 back in the day. Then I switched completely off of that and went to, you know, from racing games to tank games. So I went to the Russian developed game Tanki Online. I went to World of Tanks. Played a little bit of World of Warships. Yeah, and it kind of, and then after that it was Minecraft and all the other stuff. So yeah, it was I had an interesting relationship with games where I would kind of just, it's kind of like how I am right now, where, you know, I come back to games in droves, or, you know, I switch over to the next game. You know, if something else interests me, I'm always willing to try new games, essentially. So that's what ended up happening, and I kind of just stuck with it. So yeah, and then after that, I finally came back to Need for Speed, basically around the time that I realized I could re-download Carbon and Most Wanted 2005 on the PC. Through ways I'm not going to mention because, well, it's illegal. But yeah, and then I also bought all of the Need for Speed games that were available on Steam. So then I kind of just came back to it and I was like, wow, you know, like, I actually enjoy, you know, playing these games again. And I would say, you know, with a better PC, well, my PC is still shit, my laptop is still shit, but with a better PC slash laptop, because you got to remember, I was playing on my dad's work laptop and a Mac Mini for like the longest time. So the minute that I finally got my own Windows laptop, oh yeah, and then before that was the MacBook Pro. But you know, then with my, you know, once I finally got my own Windows laptop, that's when I was like, yeah, you know, I can finally take advantage of this and start playing the games that I really want to play, you know. Maybe not perfectly, because, you know, I never get perfect frame rate with this piece of shit now, but I still enjoy it. Mac gaming is always rough. I mean, I think when you know, the reason why that I got a Mac was actually not because I requested it. It was actually because my parents bought it, and my parents basically thought, oh, this would be good for college. You know, it's gonna last a long time, and you know, it's supposed to be more for productivity. So there was already, you know, they were already kind of like, oh yeah, we should get you off, you know, gaming. We want you to go straight to Mac, where gaming basically was not even vocabulary, you know, in the Mac world, right? It wasn't even vocabulary used in the Mac world, right? And then I found out how to, you know, install through boot camp, install Windows, a Windows partition on there. So that's how I learned how to make a VM, or install a VM, basically. So that, you know, there was that. But anyways, that's besides the point. Essentially, yeah, that was their reasoning. But my laptop ended up not even lasting me the first year of college. It fucking blew up within months into college. So I shouldn't even say blow up, it imploded. Basically the battery got, you know, swelled, even though I was doing everything correctly. You know, I was doing all the battery discharges, right, letting it die a couple of times a year, and I was also kind of, you know, making sure I had enough storage and cleaned it and took care of it really. But those first generation MacBooks were MacBook Pros, I should say. No good. They are no good. I'm sure they're probably better now, but I don't think I will buy a Mac ever again. And also now with the new, you know, M4, like the M series chips, you can't even use Boot Camp anymore to install Windows. So I think that was kind of a big one for me, because I was like, well, you know, there were some applications that worked better on Windows, and you know, especially on the productivity side. And then on top of that, of course, I wanted to have gaming and all that stuff, right? So I wanted to have the best of both worlds, but I couldn't after they parted ways with Intel. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy myself a Windows laptop. I'm gonna be honest, that guy came straight out of fucking nowhere. I didn't even realize he was right there. I still got first. Sorry, I don't know why my nose has been giving me issues recently. I hope I'm not getting sick. But yeah, I think I will always play this game. I absolutely love Need for Speed. You know, it's gone through its rough times, I will admit, and there were times where, you know, I was upset as a longtime player, but I think I will always come back to it because, you know, I do like some of the new games. You know, I'm not like one of those people that are just so toxic and polarizing in the community that just like, oh, you have to bring back, you know, Most Wanted 2005. You make a 2005 remastered. You know, everything went downhill after Most Wanted, and it's just like those are the people that, you know, don't really like the game or the series for what it is. They played one game when they were a kid, which was Most Wanted 2005, because it was one of the most, you know, top-selling games at the time, especially racing games. And they had a good experience with it, and now they kind of look at it through rose-tinted glasses and think, you know, it was the perfect game, most perfect game in the world, and nothing else could ever top it. So they ended up having really high expectations, you know, for following releases. I don't know why I just noticed now, but why does your character have a mask like that on? That's my brother. He made it. I don't really know what it is. Oh yeah, another thing that I kind of wish was back in the game was any of the Toyota cars, like even Lexus, you know, which is a Toyota brand. I really wish they added those back. I mean, it's not really EA's fault necessarily. I mean, that's just because Toyota didn't want to be associated with the street racing scene, unfortunately. You know, they wanted to go a little bit more family friendly, so to speak. And more closed course, or I should say controlled course racing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I am really, you know, I do expect like another game, though. I really do want another Need for Speed game to come out. Alright, so we are heading to the last race. I think this will probably be the last race of the stream, because I did not plan on streaming for too long. I know the last couple of streams have been more, you know, a little bit longer and stuff, but to be honest with you, I like to get these VODs kind of processed and then uploaded onto YouTube basically before 9 p.m. just because I really am needing a lot more sleep, so trying not to overload myself by, you know, streaming for multiple hours at a time and then having to wait for the video to process. That usually takes, I don't know, anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. And then after that, the upload process is a little bit long as well. I mean, it's not as long, but I usually have to wait at least 30 minutes as well for that, so sleeping is boring, especially during the weekday. Yeah, and it's also like just work in general. I've been pretty tired from work. I've been having to analyze so much that, to be honest with you, today I actually got dizzy from looking and like not just analyzing, but also like, you know, calculating data sets and creating formulas and all this coding and stuff, and I'm just like, holy shit, like my brain's gonna explode. Like I was very, very, very exhausted mentally. But I know that during the weekend I will definitely take it a lot easier. So I'll try to get some sleep, and then I know F1 races on Sunday, so I'll just have to go to sleep earlier on Saturday, because F1 race on Sunday is like 7 a.m. Is early? Yeah. Well, it's all part of the experience. I know that when the F1 races go to the US, you know, at like LA and Austin, I will definitely have an easier time seeing those races because, you know, then they'll be in our time zone somewhat, at least. But also, it'll be like 3 p.m. for them. I think they're in Azerbaijan, so that's the reason why. But it's gonna be like 3 p.m. over there for them. So it's not only is that, in my opinion, kind of late for an F1 race, but that's also, I mean, the temperatures there are gonna be through the roof. They're gonna be boiling. I'd rather watch, you know, the night races, I guess, you know what I mean? Or at least like early morning races for them, but I don't know if they ever really have those. Found ice cream in the freezer? Lucky. I could technically go out and buy some ice cream, but I don't wanna. I messed up on there. Bro, okay. Here's another thing that I think Need for Speed also suffers from, and that is the rubber banding. Look at how far this guy is from me. And he's not gonna slow down. Probably until like the very end of the race. Yeah, that's one of the major issues with Need for Speed, but it is what it is. I'll take second. My dad bought it yesterday. It was not there yesterday. That'll be my sugar. Yeah. I mean, 56,000 is not bad. Alrighty. Well, can go back to the garage. So let's see. So right now we're at 371. I think that's kind of the max. Well, kind of, I say, because there's also this stuff, but you have to do higher heat races. And we can go back to the this. Oh wait, is he? Oh wow, he's actually on the max here. Wait, so technically, what about this one? Oh. So he actually, I guess my brother actually already upgraded a lot of these cars. You know what? Let's take a look at the dealership. I'm curious as to what cars I can even buy with 500k. Fair amount, actually. Yeah, actually a fair amount. Get Murcielago. Can get a Diablo. We have a Testarossa already. What do I want to buy? I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Do we get a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or? I mean, I don't know. If there's even a Porsche here. There's a GT2 RS. You like the Porsche? Yeah, this looks sick. I can't lie. Oh, I need a lot more for these guys. Oof. I don't think I ever bought the P1 GTR. Now that I think about it. Lambo also looks nice too. All right, well, you gotta pick. Are we going with a Lambo or are we going with a Ferrari? I'm not getting a Spider. These I don't like. Lambo? All right, which Lambo? We got the Countach. We have a Huracan Performante. We have an SV Diablo. No, I'm not getting Roadster. We have a Murcielago SV10. These are kind of expensive, but I guess I could put in the money. The SVJ Coupe and Aventador S. Oh yeah, also no, that's a Roadster. I don't want that. Huracan. Oh, this one? Right? Yeah, that's the other one. The Performante. Ooh, yeah, I do like this. All right, let's buy that. I would like to use my card, thank you. Yeah. Alrighty. See what I can do to this. Probably nothing, to be honest. So I could get a supercharger. Well, actually, a turbocharger would provide the most amount of performance here, seems like. Exhaust. Get some cooling. Benefits from this. I think we'll go with a track suspension. Okay. Cool. Well, let's see what we can. Yeah, let's just hit the fuck out of this thing. Make it basically illegal to. I kind of like this look, I guess. See what the community has. Someone put McQueen. That's crazy. Ooh, that's like from the Hot Pursuit. That's kind of sick. Tacky, but it would match the license plate. What is this? Jesus Christ, man. This is just a Gooner City. I fucking get it, yo. Ooh, Marlboro. Oh, wait, that does look kind of sick. It just doesn't fit the Lambo, that's the problem. How does the driver see, though? They don't. This one's kind of cool. Just, what is it all? Ooh. That's an interesting wrap. A lot of it is very just like very tacky chrome look. I'm not a big fan. It's like true black, yeah. Oh, this is the Dubai police, no? I fuck with it. I just don't have the lights for it. Still very tacky. I just want a clean looking. Yeah, okay, all right, that's crazy. Looks like this person put some sort of body kit on it or something too. It's a Hello Kitty. Looks nice. Oh god, Hello Kitty, man, are we serious? No, I'm not putting a fucking Hello Kitty. What is this? What the hell are we doing, yo? It used to be clean shit on here, now it's just... Alright, that's kind of sick, I guess. It's just, I don't know, it's not really clean for me. Well, okay, what? When did they fucking add Nikkei shit in here? What? Okay, the community's changed. I hate the chrome. I'm sorry, I hate the chrome. It's tacky. Ooh. Okay, that's low-key kind of sick. I can't lie. I fuck with it. I kind of fuck with it. It's like candy, cotton candy, bro. Go this one? Yeah. I want to see what other ones are out here. It's probably just gonna be like chrome. That's just, yeah. Nyan Cat, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, like, I would maybe fuck with this, but it's just not clean looking at all. What the fuck? Malaysia. I think that's the Malaysian flag. Hot Pursuit. Yeah, a lot of these raps kind of repeat itself to some extent. I mean, like, they're cool concepts to some extent, but who is this girl, by the way? Did they just add that into the game or something as a like a decal? I like looking at what other people make. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of fuck with some of them. Others are just too tacky for me. But I mean, then again, you can't really make a Lambo look good with so much livery, really. Like, this is too much. It's gotta, if it's a Lambo, it's gotta be like clean. Like, see, like this would be cool, but like I don't like the chrome. I really don't. Yeah, I kind of prefer this, to be honest. There's like a gloss here. I'll do a matte carbon. Just clean. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do much to this car, but that's okay. Alright. Well, that's the look. It's clean. I'll fuck with it. Alrighty then. I think that is gonna be it. Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go get ready for the night, basically. So, I'll probably stream around similar time. You know, somewhere between 6 and 7. 6. Sorry, I'm 22 years old. I should not be doing this shit. Oh my gosh, I had to fucking sneeze like crazy. All right. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully I'm not sick. All right. I will, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.